Caught up in these streets, caught up in the streets, caught up in the streets, caught up in the street. Why we in the streets? Why we in the streets? God, please help me. Why we in these streets? Cross you up, wet you up. Caught up in the streets, caught up in the streets, caught up in these streets, caught up in these streets, caught up in the streets. Why we in the streets? Cause the street niggas always crossing up. I got caught up in the streets, had to find it out to make quick. Everyone you meet is an enemy. Got famous off a story of a young rich nigga. Your partner will cross you up for a little bitch. Not that mention a couple nicks. I ain't fucking with, tired of these niggas starting switching over. I ain't fucking with that shit, so game over. When you famous, your mind, body, and power, and your way. Good, there's good songs. Remember when you started from the bottom, came from nothing. That's a lot of shit to say, you came from nothing. Handling busy on my own. Handling one thing, always heard, always handling with your business. Don't worry about it. Caught up in these streets, caught up in these streets. Why we in the streets? Why we in these streets? Caught up in the streets. God, please help me. Everyone you meet is an enemy. Not that mention your partner cross you up for a couple nicks. Caught up in these streets, caught up in these streets. Why we in the streets? What's wrong with me? What's wrong with us? What's wrong with that? Everyone with you meet is an enemy. Everybody know to get that pay, yo. Get that pay, yo. The origin, yo. Always know. Caught up in these streets just for money. Why we in the streets? Caught up in these streets, caught up in these streets, caught up in these streets. Why we in the streets? The partner will cross you up for a couple nicks. Everybody say that the realest rapper since Tupac. It's not a lot, but what you do when your partner died? Cross him up for a couple nicks. Over nothing, over nothing. Caught up in these streets, caught up in these streets, caught up in these streets. Why we in these streets? Caught up in these streets, caught up in these streets. Why we in the streets? Everyone you meet is an enemy. You try to be helpful, but niggas don't want it. So why am I say, nigga, I ain't got no undo. Everyone you meet, why is everyone you meet? Everybody say, look at him, he getting paid. Let's just hate on him today. Everyone you meet is an enemy. Caught up in these streets, caught up in these streets. Why we in the streets?